All right. Oh shit. So let me get this going here. Let's kill the volume on that. And let me get after the names of yeah, there we go. The names of 58. So left off right after that last time. And again, I'm tired. Right here with my voice. Just woke up, but want to get a little bit of this done. So here we go, I guess. So living victims. Oh man, figures. What's up? What's up, man? What's up? Let's see. Yeah, this thing's gonna be internet connections is gonna be spotty. Um. Anyway, LVPD recognized approximately 22,000 people who attended Route 91 Harvest Music Festival were all victims. That number does not take into consideration the hundreds and possibly thousands who were walking along Las Vegas Boulevard outside of Las Vegas Village venue at the time of the shooting. The goal of it was to document those who actually sustained any type of physical injury, regardless of the extent or degree. Um, FIT used information received from local hospitals and medical facilities, crime scene analysts, and detectives who responded to the primary and secondary scenes. The individual police reports to immediately begin compiling a and individual police reports to immediately begin compiling a comprehensive list of individuals who sustained physical injuries and individualized detailed accounts of the incident. Based on collective information that has been received to date in reference to the 1 October massacre, the following has been ascertained. In the immediate aftermath of the shooting, victims locally sought treatment at Centennial Hills Hospital Medical Center, Desert Springs Hospital Medical Center, Henderson Hospital, Mountain View Hospital, Southern Hills Hospital and Medical Center, Southwest Medical Associates, Spring Valley Hospital Medical Center, St. Rose Dominican, Rose de Lima Campus. Is that where Campos went? Is that where Campos went? I don't remember. San Martin Campus, Siena Campus, Dignity Health Neighborhood Hospitals. Oh, maybe that's where he went. Summerlin Hospital Medical Center, Sunrise Hospital Medical Center, Sunrise Quick Urgent Care, University Medical Center, UMC Urgent Care, Valley Hospital Medical Center. Numerous out-of-state medical facilities also reporting having treated victims of the 1 October incident. 58 people were confirmed deceased. 31 victims were confirmed deceased at the venue, and the remaining 27 victims were pronounced deceased at area hospitals. Victims were pronounced at Desert Springs Hospital Medical. 4 victims were pronounced at Desert Springs Medical Center. God, I thought that was. Oh, okay. 3 victims were pronounced at Spring Valley Hospital Medical Center. 16 victims were pronounced at Sunrise Hospital Medical Center. 3 victims were pronounced at University Medical Center, and 1 victim was pronounced at Valley Hospital Medical Center. Really? Do we have Valley Hospital Medical Center? Um, maybe. I don't remember that in the prelim, but yeah, maybe in the final. I don't know. I don't remember that for some reason. What is it called? Valley Hospital? Huh. Or no? Yeah, 1 victim. Yeah. Huh. Well, we'll get to it. Because I think that's coming up. Approximately 869 people sustained documented physical injuries. Of those who sustained injuries, FIT was able to confirm approximately 413 gunshot or shrapnel injury victims. Approximately 360 victims sustained injuries other than gunshot or shrapnel injuries. Approximately 96 people were identified as having sustained an injury, but the type of injury sustained was unable to be confirmed. All right, let's see what's going on here. These numbers reflect data collected through August 2nd, 2018. Due to the mass number, types of injuries sustained, and suspects who were treated and released prior to police contact, a definitive number of people who sustained gunshot or shrapnel injuries is not known. Yeah. Yep. I believe it. All right. Paddock. Um, I should have brought up his background report, but there's not much there. I mean, not much. I mean, unless you actually go through and do background checks, do all that kind of crazy shit. But for now, I don't want to deal with that. An extensive joint investigation involving the LVMPD and the FBI began immediately after the incident into the life of Paddock. At the time of the attack, Paddock was 64 years old. He owned residences in Mesquite, Nevada and Reno, Nevada, and lived with his girlfriend, Mary Lou Danley. Paddock was the oldest of four sons, born to Benjamin Paddock and Irene Hudson. Paddock's father was arrested and incarcerated for bank robbery. Paddock and his brothers were raised solely by their mother after Benjamin went to prison. Well, at least they added that after Benjamin went to prison. You know, I think he went on the run first, but if I remember right. But they like to say that he never knew his father. He if he didn't know the father, man, that father was doing some hit and run action on that mother because, he had younger brothers, and yeah, that never checked out to me. He was like a ninja in the night. Pat had graduated high school and college. Yeah, and I think we know what high school was, although I cannot find a Stephen Paddock in the high school records. I should have run that and brought that up, but it's not that important. At least in the high school records that he supposedly went to, I forget what it was, Sun Valley High School, Polytechnic, whatever. Madness. I did find Stephen Smith. So I can, because what ended up happening is, I guess the story that I heard, that I believe is, the story, is Paddock, they were living, I forget where they were living, was it like Texas or something like, I don't remember that, but, they moved to Los Angeles area and moved to, I believe it's Sun Valley. I think it was the Valley. It's somewhere in the Valley. But they moved out there. And like I said, there is no Stephen Paddock going to the school that we heard the interview with the guy saying that he went to high school with them and he knew him in high school. So if that person is legit, because he did mention that his ex-wife Peggy Paddock actually went to that school, and I did find her in the roster in the alumni. But there's no Stephen Paddock, but there is a Stephen Smith. So it is possible, since that's such a generic name, that and it is for that year, and it is very possible that with that name that they changed their name after they moved, because the dad's now on the FBI most wanted list. I would see that as a possibility, but I cannot find him. I remember, Truth Seeker put that out, that interview with that guy, and the guy that that person claims Stephen Paddock had a best friend. I forget, his name is William Nishimura, if I remember right. I couldn't find him either. I couldn't find him in the roster either. So I don't know. He worked for the United States Postal Service during his college years. Oh, okay. Well, that's a little bit different. So he worked for the post office, first? According to his friends and family, Paddock began working for the IRS after college. and later worked for several corporations performing accounting work. Paddock invested in real estate, made substantial amount of money. They just don't want to tell you where he worked for. I mean, is it fucking like Northrop Grumman, Lockheed Martin, some shit like that? Um, I don't know why they don't want to say it here, but whatever. Uh, but they always framed it as he worked for the Postal Service. They always mentioned that after the IRS and after the other accounting job he had. So that's at least here they frame it correctly, I guess. So it gives you a little more insight. I always thought he went to work for the post office afterwards, but I guess not. Paddock heavily invested monetarily and emotionally in any activity he began. He obtained, so I guess he's obsessive. Um, he obtained his pilot's license, and at one point owned an airplane. Jesus, man, I make things difficult. Man, he owned a plane. Um, he learned to scuba dive and bought all required gear and equipment, which is actually an expensive hobby. Now I've done it. With most of his hobbies, Paddock would quickly lose interest and sell any related equipment. They kept the mask and the snorkel, apparently. Um, Paddock was described by many as a narcissist who and only cared about himself. Paddock needed to feel important and only cared how relationships would benefit him. He did not have any religious or political affiliations that we know of. I mean, yeah, that we know of, I guess. I don't know. That's an interesting line, though. Paddock needed to feel important and only cared how relationships would benefit him. I mean, I don't know. How do you get that information, right? How does that work? A little strange. I guess they're saying all his friends. He basically used all his friends, but that's weird. Most of the people interviewed acknowledged Paddock's gambling habits. He was known to gamble tens of thousands of dollars at a time and played at numerous casinos in Las Vegas and Reno. Paddock was given complimentary rooms and meals at the casinos he frequented due to the amount of money he gambled. So, what is he, a degenerate? I mean, I guess we're saying he's a degen um, in all this. I'm not really sure, but I guess that's where they're going with this. That's what they're trying to say. Um, whatever. Um, again, gamblers, they don't make money gambling. That's the comps and stuff like that, I guess, make up for a little bit of it. But yeah, they generally don't make money gambling. The house always wins on that, and we saw that with the HLN article where they showed actual money that was coming in and going out. During the course of the investigation, it was learned that Paddock had limited contact with law enforcement. Paddock was stopped by police on occasion for traffic-related offenses, receiving only traffic citations. No arrest history was found for Paddock. So I don't know. We could probably find out what that should be in the report, but I don't remember seeing any violations. But yeah, they may be in there. If they were not a big fucking deal. But I'm actually kind of curious, man. Speeding was speeding one of them. The following individuals were identified as key witnesses during the investigation. Okay. The hotel employees, Shane Calloway, don't remember who the fuck he is. Jesus Campos, of course, we all know who that is. Daniel Cruz, the guy that ran off after he claimed he saw him with drunk with a woman. Suzanne Curry, not sure who that is. Myrna Gamboa, not sure who that is. I mean, I don't fucking remember any of these names. Antonio Hernandez, I believe he's a bellhop. John Hallridge, I remember seeing his name. I'm not sure. Colleen, believe he's a bellhop or a baggage carrier. Kyung, not sure if he was one of the control room guys. Lancome, I think he was one of the motorcycle guy or bicycle guys. Kevin Monahan, Jorge Morales. Jorge Morales, I believe, is a baggage handler. Michael Olkey. I said a lot of these names I didn't really care too much about. Police personnel: Bitsko, Matchko, Balanek, Clarkson, Donaldson, Zerpis, Walford, Bunitsky, Cook, Hancock, uh, Migsese, Newton, O'Donnell, Teal, Tolbert. Friends and family: Mary Lou Danley, Peggy Paddock, Irene Hudson, Eric Paddock, Carrie Marie Paddock, Bruce Paddock. Oh, yeah, had a little lag spike there. David Paddock, Jacob Paddock, Vivian Ayers, Paddock's primary care physician. Let me get my face off of this thing. I don't think that's what people come to see. All 20 of you that are going to watch this. September 17th, 2017. Again, more regurgitation. Paddock checked into the Ogden, where he booked through September 28th, 2017, which overlapped his reservation in the Mandalay Bay. The Ogden is a multi-story condominium complex located in downtown Las Vegas. Paddock stayed at 3 different units during this time. Let me see if I can find. Let's see if I can find the. Let's see. See if I can actually find this of the. Let's see. Cell phone records. Let's see. Let me look through this. See if I can find. Found the Ogden. Oh, great. I'm on the screen again. But I'm going to anyway. So let's look at the. Let's go to the Ogden. So here we got the Ogden. The Ogden's, whoops, over there by Fremont Street. Let's see if we can take a look at this. It's not going to let me. Oddfellows, why is it doing that? Oh. Oh, it's different on a cell phone. Oh, man, why is it doing that? Why is it doing that? Why is it not like me doing this? All right, the Ogden. That is the Ogden, right? And then right over here, that's the El Cortez. Um, that's the entrance right there to the El Cortez. A couple different entrances on that, but it's not very far to walk. It's really not. I don't believe those are the front doors of the Ogden. Because I walked up to this, I believe the front doors are right there. It's not. Oh, there we go. No, that is not the parking for the Ogden. In fact, that's the main entrance right there. Okay, so there we go, the main entrance. That's the El Cortez. The Life is Beautiful, I believe, and I was wrong about this at one point. I believe it's held in these little parking lots across the street here. Um, I don't know. I haven't been able to really make it out and all the Life is Beautiful festival footage because people do some crazy ass editing, and it looks quite a bit different. Um, oh man, yeah, I lagged out. So let me get back to this. So I believe that's the Life is Beautiful area right there, and of course, we have the Ogden here. Um, so let's see if we can go around the Ogden a little bit because I'm not really sure where the parking for the Ogden is, where he was parking his car for this place. It's, I guess, one of those things I always took for granted that, yeah, you know, just happened. Let's see. So, Bombshell. What? What is that? Beauty Lounge? Okay. All right. All right. All right. What is this thing? Rachel's Kitchen. All right. I never heard of that, but all right. Okay. Let's see if we can. Yeah, we can drive through the backside here. All right, backside. Okay, there's a parking garage. That looks like a parking garage to me. I'm guessing it goes off of this street over here, which would make sense for him walking straight to the El Cortez afterwards. So again, El Cortez is the El Cortez. That's just the casino or the hotel tower for it. But mainly the casino stuff's all this right here. Um, okay, so there's parking garage. Parking garage goes off 6th Street right here. So I guess it kind of makes sense that, if he wanted to go to the El Cortez, he could just walk straight across. Now, the D Hotel, which they're not going to mention in this report, the D Hotel is up a little ways, right? So, in order for him to get to supposedly, he drove back from Mesquite and went to, I guess, the D Hotel, they're saying. Let me see if this actually lets me into Fremont Street here. But the D Hotel, he would have to walk. This is the street that I believe the Ogden is right there. So he'd have to walk down this street here and then into this mess of people. And I don't know if it's going to let me actually on here. Yeah, I don't think it is because that is walking only, as pedestrian only. Um, we can look up a little bit of Fremont. I don't know how many people have actually done this in the past, but let's see. Let's see if we can find let's see if we can find a walkthrough of that chaos. And of course, there's probably be all kinds of girls in bikinis and stuff like that. Now, this is going to be Fremont in its recent form. So this isn't what it looked like when Paddock was there, of course, but um, I don't know if channel's gonna be happy with me sharing this sort of stuff, but all right, it's all good. So Fremont gets pretty busy, gets pretty crazy. There's the D Hotel. The D Hotel's a little ways underneath that awning. It's not right at the edge there, so there's a little bit of a walk. But I guess we'll see in the statements eventually that, yeah, he did actually go to this D Hotel that we just walked by. But it does get pretty busy. You don't see people with luggage. So, that is one of the questions. Supposedly he drove from Mesquite back to Vegas. Um, not sure exactly what the. Okay, still going. Not exactly sure what the narrative was supposed to be as far as when he walked to. Um, I'm going to stop this. That's enough of that. You get the idea. Don't even get too crazy into that. Let's go back to. Let's see. Let's go back to the fit. Yeah, let's go back to the fit. All right. So that's kind of an overview of that's an idea of the Ogden. like I said, here we see the picture. We just saw the building, the Ogden. Across the street there is where all the chaos is happening. That's Life is Beautiful Festival. I think. I don't know. That can be a picture of any damn festival, but it's, I guess, the festival grounds where the Life is Beautiful was happening. Because it even says down there, Life is a Beautiful venue with the Ogden in the background. Um, so, yeah, we're going to find out later in some of this stuff that, uh, and this was, I believe, I don't remember what day it was, 26th or something like that, when Paddock drove from Mesquite, and it says in the report it's going to say he drove from Mesquite to the Ogden, then went to the El Cortez and gambled the El Cortez. But we're going to see in some of the reports later that he drove from Mesquite back to Vegas, and then camera footage had him at the Ogden shortly after he got back to Vegas. So uh, chances are that report was wrong. The El Cortez was not the joint that he hit up to gamble. The D was. But then we're going to have all kinds of issues as far as the timing, right? Because that was the day of the 48-minute drive, right? It took him 48 minutes from the time he left Mesquite to be caught on a camera at the D hotel. So kind of an interesting little thing there, right? So that's not even like that's not even the time he hit the hotel. That's the time he was caught on a camera, right? So it's the time he probably walked into the hotel, unless they're talking about a camera in the garage, and he actually parked in the garage. But there's all kinds of issues with that. Because, of course, that was the last video Hunter did. It's the 115 miles an hour on average driving into Vegas. Hey, what's up, man? What's up? And so that's going to be an issue. You saw where the D hotel is, saw where the Ogden is. A little bit of a walk. You don't walk with 7 bags all the way from, across that mess of people. And it is kind of a crime-ridden place, man. There's a lot of people there, a lot of pickpockets, stuff like that going on. It's not really a dangerous place. There's not really violent crime happening there too much. A little bit, but not too much. So it's a fairly safe place as far as that goes. But things do get stolen there all the time. And, I'm trying to find the thing where it says you stayed in 5 different units. I'll try and pull that up later. I can't find it right offhand, but I'm pretty sure I have it. Well, I know I have it somewhere. So Paddock stayed at the Ogden, coincided with Life's Beautiful Music Festival. Yeah. And it almost looked like he bought tickets to that son of a bitch. But I've been scouring, trying to go through some Life is Beautiful footage, and it's a needle in a haystack, man. Needle in a haystack. That was bigger than the Route 91. Similar to the Route 91 Music Festival, Life is Beautiful Music Festival is held in multiple open-air venues within the confines of several city blocks in downtown Las Vegas. The Ogden overlooks several of those city blocks and music venues. Life is Beautiful lasted from September 22nd through September 24th. And I mean, I never really believed that he was going to shoot this thing up, but the difference between there's a big difference between the Route 91 and this Life is Beautiful festival. The Route 91 was kind of an all ages thing. A lot of the people, I would say the demographic is probably, 30 and over, the main demographic. Although you did have people of all ages there. I mean, you had baby strollers there and shit. But that indicates you got older people carrying around those baby strollers. When you look at the Life is Beautiful festival, you look at anything up with that, the majority of the people are younger. They're a lot younger. In fact, let's see if we can find something with that, just to get an idea. And like I said, this is going to take me a while, man, because this is kind of how. Let's see, beautiful. And let's do. Let's see if we can find a 2017 video of this stuff. All right. I want something that shows chaos. I don't want something that shows some girl fucking posing. Um, and again, I don't want to get people pissed off because I'm using their videos, although I don't really give a shit about copyright strike stuff like that at this point. So let's do the year review. Let's see what we can see off of this. I'm not really sure exactly what this video will entail, but Bill Nye, what? He was there? Bill Nye was there. Maybe he didn't like Bill Nye. Okay, so daylight stuff, daylight stuff. Well, yeah, it's pretty packed there. Um, but yeah, they had multiple stages. You know, there's no stage. You got people dancing around the streets. I know we saw some of this footage. In fact, we saw a lot of this footage in the promo for this thing. Um, actually, in the Nightline interview or one of those things. Oh wait, am I even? Yeah, we're playing this. We're good. We should be good. Yeah. So what I'm looking for here is just kind of crowd stuff, right? So that's one of the side stages. Yeah, that wasn't a very good one, man. Sorry, I kind of bombed out on that one, man. Life's beautiful, life's beautiful, life's beautiful, life's beautiful. Lineup announcement, life's beautiful. Um, see if this does it a little more justice. Of course, going to see an advertisement. And I'm kind of doing this in the blind. So there you go. There's see the attendance, and this is during the day, man. This ain't even at night. This thing's crazy, dude. Holding a watermelon. That's yeah. That's life's beautiful. That's crazy, dude. Holding a watermelon in the middle of the crowd. That's nuts. Um, whatever the hell that is. This looks like a lot of the same promotional material, man. I don't understand what's going on here. Of course, Fremont Street. Got some Fremont Street stuff going on. You got some of the crowd going crazy. Um, it was set up a little bit like, which I was kind of surprised about. The main stage there did have a break in the crowd, not down the center, but it's over to the side a little bit. So it did have a little bit of that same vibe as far as what you call it went, the Route 91. And you got, that's Container Park. I don't care about Container Park, dude. But yeah, so you got a big attendance at this fucking place. But they're not really doing it justice, man, because they're not showing. Um, and then you got Fremont Street, right? So this is what Fremont Street looked like at the time. There's the D Hotel. This is something, man. Paddock walked by this place, according to the report, at some point during his trip there. I don't even know if it was during the days of this concert, though. It might not have been. Um, I don't remember. But uh, just trying to, the point I was trying to prove, this video is not helping me with. But you look at the faces in this crowd, man. The majority of these people look like what, 20s, early 30s, maybe. And in most of the videos I've been watching, and I know someone's gonna start this conspiracy, dude. So I just want to do it, dude. Photoshop. Look at this. This guy looks like this guy. Oh my god, that's crazy. That's so weird. But and this guy, oh my god, he's got the same hat as this guy now. He doesn't really. But this dude's holding a watermelon, dude. That's a boss move. Um, that's crazy. Props to that guy. Anyway, so get an idea of. I'm just trying to get an idea of Life is Beautiful. Majority of these people that I've seen for this Life is Beautiful stuff were quite a bit younger than the demographic you had over there at the Route 91. So whether he's going to shoot that thing up, I don't know, man. I don't know. That's crazy. And it was a bigger thing. It was a bigger venue. It was, they had like three little stages. One was just like a DJ, and then two were actual stages, kind of like the Route 91. You had kind of a small stage and a large stage, but everything was magnified. They didn't do it justice there, but when they showed the actual crowd on that, it's quite a bit larger of a venue. They got quite a bit more space. While staying at the Ogden, Paddock exhibited behavior which was similar to time spent at Mandalay Bay. Paddock left for long periods of time and moved a large amount of luggage between his vehicle and the rooms he was staying in. Yeah, people do that, I guess. Information obtained by surveillance video. So surveillance video, right? This is one of those things that's going to be an issue later, to my understanding, because people have talked to me about this, and this was a big, I guess, kind of a big thing, man. It actually is a huge thing. So supposedly they had surveillance video from the Ogden, and my understanding of what happened is the police went to go pick it up. I don't remember what day it was, but it's in the reports. Police went to go pick it up. When the police went to go pick it up, the Ogden looked for it and said, "We can't find it. It's been erased." And then they said something about the FBI has it, though. So then they went to the FBI. The FBI said, "No, we don't have that shit." So the video is like completely fucking missing. But for some reason, they used the video in the information here. So, maybe there's other video out there. I don't know. We'll get to that eventually. Because I remember getting sent parts of that report, but I never read that full fucking interview of that guy, or that part of the report. I don't even think it was an interview. If I remember, I was the cop going to the place saying that they didn't have the footage. On Monday, September 25th, Paddock checked into 32135 at the Mandalay Bay with a scheduled checkout date of October 2nd. On Friday, September 29th, Paddock checked into room 134 which connected to the room 135 via connecting doors. From September 25th through October 1st, on several occasions, Paddock transported multiple suitcases to his room. Paddock also left the Mandalay Bay on a number of occasions for long periods of time, often returning to Mesquite. And of course, we saw this in the prelim. Of course, I think it was at the end of the prelim, this wasn't. This was actually in the front. Why am I always fucked up, man? Why I always think north is the other direction? I always get screwed up when I say north-south on this stuff. Anyways, get an idea of the concert. And again, this picture was obviously taken during, sometime during this investigation. It's not like they gave us which I'm actually surprised about. I'm surprised they gave us actual, pictures of the event with all the stuff still sitting around, there, and God, bloodstains, all that sort of stuff, man. I mean, we got all kinds of just madness going on within this. I mean, blood does not show up very good on plastic grass, but look at all this. That's some crazy stuff, man. I mean, there's definitely a lot of blood there, man. In fact, there's more blood there than I expect to see. Much more. That's crazy. So I am very surprised they didn't just take a picture of this event or this venue, a week before, and just show you what the layout of the venue was. But I mean, this is legit. This is the this is the aftermath video or pictures. So you still got everybody's chairs are sitting over there on the artificial turf there, and I got artificial turf on top of the building. That's kind of fucking nutty. That's crazy. I never realized that. But yeah, and then of course, like I said, you got the bleachers. You got these the crazy, what looks to me like most likely bloodstains. Although I guess that is a lot of concrete there. So that should be black asphalt, um, realistically. But it's got a reddish tint to a lot of this. So, it doesn't look, and then you got a lot of blood sitting around here. So for that no blood crowd, man, get fucked. Um, let's see. So October 1, let's see if I can actually zoom this in. Yeah, there we go. Let's see. So again, Luxor, get an idea of the pathing some of these cops took, because we saw cops run across this street, run through this parking lot, run up into the Mandalay Bay from this side over here. The bus stop right about there. I don't think that's it. I don't know. I can't really see it from here. But yeah, the bus stop's right over here. Um, and then, of course, the entrance with all the fountains, stuff like that. I forget which of the cops were the ones that ran through that area, but we had cops run through that area as well, um, in some of the body cams. And then, you got a street comes down here, and let's we could probably, well, we don't need to show that right now. I was gonna say we could street view that, but in fact, let's just do it. Let's do it. Let's not be lazy. Uh, let me see. Let me go. Let me see if I can find. Oops, having issues here. All right. All right. So let's see what we got. Where's StreamYard? Let's go to the Manly Bay map. Let's look at the view here we got. All right. So all right. So all this area would be the Mandalay Bay. I know it's kind of hard to see. But all those green, pegs there. Those would be Mandalay Bay. The strip steak inside Mandalay Bay. It's over by the parking garage. Parking garage on the back side over here. Event center, convention center. I just lose. Let me see. No, we're good. And let me get back to that. Where the hell was that? Yeah, there it is. All right, so you got the Mandalay Bay. You have that little main entrance, a bunch of waterfalls right here, um, and then you have the bus stop right about here. Man, they gonna make me hit reload. Really? No, there it is. All right, so there's concert venue, Luxor across the street. Um, so you got that street there, Mandalay Bay Road, um, goes up Giles, and let me see. So we got this is Alibaba. This was right outside of the where they're all exiting. It's Alibaba Lane. American Ninja Warrior. Well, that's actually just a dirt lot, and I don't know why it says American Ninja Warrior. They must have filmed that there at some point. But where it says American Ninja Warrior, that was a parking lot that night, and this is the church. People ran by. Saw a lot of people running by that church. Uh, there's a fence that goes along this Alibaba Lane on this side over here. Um, we'll turn about there. This is part of the airport on this. Um, anyway, so we all know what this little area here is. Where we saw someone pass away there. Uh, So that is the side of one of the deceased right here. And then, so, and I know that leads to controversy because, that's kind of a little bit of a ways from where he was actually firing within this area here. And I know there's some story abnormalities as far as where that person was hit and shot and all that sort of stuff. Um, just give you an idea. There's a lot of footage up here on Reno Avenue, which is something we went over in number 6. A lot of that footage was, I believe, right about in here, uh, where it says eastbound Reno and Haven, after Haven. Um, I believe that's basically where the camera footage was, where we saw some people deceased there and stuff like that. We saw cops running up and down the street, telling ambulances to get closer. Um, Not sure. I think the ambulances were down this way a little bit, and that's why they were getting frustrated. But yeah, we did see a couple people that passed away right here in the body cams recently. Just get an idea of what we're looking at here. All right, let's go back to the fit report. All right, and again, that's what it looks like in actuality, I guess. And if you want to see Chris Angel, I believe it's Chris Angel. He's playing at the Luxor, or he was. I'm not sure if he's still employed there or not. After COVID, I think a lot of things changed. So October 1st was the final day of the Route 91 Harvest Music Festival held at the Las Vegas Village concert venue located 3901 South Las Vegas Boulevard. The site is an open-air concert venue, approximately 15 acres in size. It is bordered by Las Vegas Boulevard to the west, Reno Avenue to the north, Giles Street to the east, and Mandalay Bay Road to the south. And you can actually see that on this map right here. So Mandalay Bay Road, Giles. Actually, I thought, well, who cares? And then Reno and Las Vegas Boulevard. Like I said, this is Alibaba right there. I believe the parking lot here is actually for the church, not for the Route 91. I think Route 91 people are parking in this little area down here, or at the hotels. I know were parked at the hotels. Festival was a 3-day country music concert with multiple entertainers. On October 1st, 2017, the concert began at 3 p.m. Jason Aldean, the last performer, was scheduled to take the main stage at 21:40 hours. Over 22,000 people were attending the final day of the festival. Yeah, I know there's some controversy over that, but I think at the time of Jason Aldean, I don't think there were that many. I think it's safe to say they're most likely, well, there definitely weren't. You can watch videos of people leaving early before he went on. So, timeline. Details listed below were gathered from several different sources. Okay, what sources we got here? Let's read the damn footnote at the bottom. Their footnotes kill me. LVMPD officers, body worn cameras, Uber video, interviews to include officers, civilians, and Mandalay Bay employees. Mandalay Bay's video surveillance, which, fuck, we never got that. Lock interrogation documents, cell phone videos, and records. All right. Okay, so this is where we're at. Detail is, for purposes of this section, the sequence of events will begin on September 17th. They didn't want to tell us what happened before that, I guess. With Paddock checked into the Ogden, and will end with the LVMPD officers making entry into Paddock's Mandalay Bay room. That was the end of it, I guess. All times in this section are approximates based upon different time sources and different timestamps, which were all utilized to document this section of the report. All dates and times listed below occurred in the year 2017. All right. Between August 27th and 4 Again, I think it's 5 in reality. Let's see the photo. Uh, okay, it says 4 separate units is what I'm looking at here. Um, says fit report page 25. No, I'm not seeing it. Okay, so that's wrong. Text messages. Yeah, I'm not finding it. Not it's not easily. I'm not finding it easily here. So, oh, okay, yeah. So it looks like, according to what I have here, he had 4 different places. He had 4 different places. One of them, yeah, it looks like we don't know who he rented that from, but we actually have 4 different places that he rented, as far as what I have. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and check that because I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. But yeah, it says 4 on what I have written down here. Um, anyway, Airbnb. I guess it doesn't really matter what he did at the, how many units he had at the Ogden. It's a little strange, but unit 2315 was reserved for September 17th through September 22nd. Unit 1220 was reserved from September 21st through September 23rd, right? So I get that. He wanted, on the 21st, he wanted to be able to move his luggage from room to room as opposed to taking it down in the car and having to deal with the checkout and then maybe a check-in, the room wasn't ready or somebody stayed late, whatever. I kind of get that. Through September 23rd, right? But he only had that for a day. Man, that's a lot of moving luggage around for, you know. Actually, no, that would have been basically a day, right? Because he's staying until September 22nd. He's got this other room until September 22nd. So on the 21st, he probably didn't even bother with this 1220. And on 22nd, he probably moved all his shit into that 1220. And then on 23rd, let's see what he happened here. Unit 1703 was reserved for September 24th through September 28th. That's a little strange, right? So then he had to take all his shit out, according to this. Um, again, I'm going to have to check my facts as far as the rooms he had and my source on that. All units were north facing and had a view of Life's Beautiful event venues, which was held from September 22nd through September 24th. That I cannot verify because I never stayed at the Ogden. All units at the Ogden are individually owned and rented out by the owners through a third party. Because of this, check-in is not conducted like most hotels. I just checked the Ogden, man. It's all sold out, man. They've sold all their units, I guess, right now. There's nothing for sale in there. The owner contacts concierge when a unit is rented and adds a renter to their guest list. The renter picks up a key fob from the concierge when they arrive. Concierge, another one with beautiful words, man. I think anything based off French is kind of strange. Um, on or around September 9th, Paddock made his room reservation for a Vista suite. At least the French language is strange when you just take one word out of the language, man. When you hear people speak, it's kind of cool, actually. Um, doesn't mix well with English. On or around September 9th, Paddock made his room reservation for the Vista Suite at the Mandalay Bay, ending in 235, but not a specific floor. On September 20th, Paddock's reservation was assigned by computer to room 33, 235. On September 21st, first, going with the list today. On September 21st, Paddock's reservation was changed by computer to room 32235. On September 24th, Paddock was assigned 32135. And I know it's going to say the footage. I guess maybe they saw the footage before. I don't know where this shit's coming from. If they didn't get the actual footage, because they're claiming they don't have it, but whatever. At 2005, 8 o'clock at night, basically. Paddock removed a large trash bag from his vehicle. Paddock was observed getting in and out of the elevator with the trash bag. Trash bag, huh? Trash bag. So this guy, what the fuck, man? This guy's got all this luggage, all this crap, but he's resorting to, oh man, fucking lagged out again. So this is fucking crazy, right? This guy's got all this luggage, all this stuff. He's got all this money. And here he is with a trash bag. Bringing a trash bag into the room. Bringing a trash bag into the room. What the fuck? What is that, right? Were his bags somewhere else? Did he have another room going at this time? Was all his shit locked up in another hotel room somewhere within Vegas? Is there something we don't know about this? Because why did you bring up a trash bag into this room? And it's the first thing he rolled into this room was a trash bag. The fuck, man. Was he gonna clean up the place? I mean, what's this guy doing, man? At 2014, so yeah, 10 minutes later, Paddock was in the parking garage with 2 roller bags. See, now he's got fucking luggage, man. What? Why a trash bag? What the fuck? What is that? That's crazy. I wish we could see it, but we can't. At 20, so what? At 10 o'clock, almost 11 o'clock. So a few hours later, Paddock was gambling at the El Cortez Casino. Had an interaction with the slot attendants, 2 security guards. Yeah, I heard he raised a little bit of a stink in this casino, but honestly, I'm not really sure. Maybe that'll come out in the interviews. Something I haven't read, but yeah, I'm not too sure about that. But yeah, he's in the El Cortez, I guess, and I think this day we can say was probably September 17th. Might have been legit, possibly, probably. So Paddock was with 2 suitcases at the Ogden at what? Really? We going with this? So at 10:50, he was at the El Cortez gambling, had an interaction with slot attendant security guards. I guess he must have left right then. So we don't know how long he was there. We don't know when he got there. All we know is that at this time he happened to fucking be in there. And then what we're looking at is at 11:02. So what? 12 minutes, exactly 12 minutes later, he was with 2 suitcases at the Ogden. The fuck, man. So that was either the end of his gambling or he sure as fuck wasn't there that long. It's a little suspect. And the Ogden, I mean, I guess I don't think Life's Beautiful Festival was going on at this time. I don't remember September 17th. In fact, I could probably look it up real quick. Let me see what day that was. If I can open up a calendar here somewhere. Wow, this is going to make everything a pain in the ass. I don't know why. Let me see. Let me open up my calendar here. Let me see if I can figure out what year we're looking at. 2017. We're looking at the 17th of September. 17th of September was a Sunday. Okay, so that's a Sunday. Yeah, that's sketchy, man. That's really sketchy. I mean, it's not that bad of a walk. I mean, it's a short walk, but that is not the nicer part of Vegas here, man. And this is 11 o'clock at night. So I mean, if this guy was rich, had a lot of money, why is he dealing with the rabble at this point? That's just strange. Um, September 18th, Paddock traveled from Las Vegas to Reno. At 2:16 in the morning, Paddock removed a bag from his vehicle. Okay, so we're jumping from 11 p.m. at night to 2:16 in the morning. Removed a bag from his vehicle. See, like, what's going on here, man? He took a trash bag and he took two suitcases up into the room, right? And now we have him removing a bag from his vehicle. Was trash bag? Was he bringing the trash bag up there because he was taking something out of the room? I mean, fuck, dude. Let's go conspiracy with this shit. Why not? At 4:28, yeah. So Reno, right? He went to Reno. Motherfucker didn't just go to his place in Mesquite. This motherfucker went to Reno. Let's see what the mileage is to Reno, because now I'm curious. So, I'm not sure the actual mileage. Let's see. So, oh yeah, they're trying to sell me plane flights. All right, that's not what I want to do. So it's about a 7-hour drive on the 95. It says here. Let me see if I can find the exact mileage as far as how many miles that is, because this isn't saying offhand. Because the search engine sucks. 438 miles is the closest, is the fastest route there. So, and just to show you what I'm looking at, so stop screen, share screen, let's share screen, and let's go to Las Vegas, Nevada. All right, so that's what we're looking at, right? So 7 hours, 7 hours, 438 miles, 7 hours. So I'm guessing that's average speed. You could probably cut that down a little bit. 438 miles. Shit, my calculator. I mean, it's definitely 70 miles an hour. I'm trying to think. Oh God, 5 hours would be what, 350 miles. At 80, he's going for 5 hours. That's what, 40 miles or 400 miles. So yeah, I mean, I guess if he's going about 80 miles an hour that entire fucking trip, it's not too bad. And I think 80 would be about where you're looking, right? So let's go back to the report. Let's look at this again, because I'm bad with remembering shit. All right, so 2 in the morning, moved back from his vehicle. Okay, well, he's not in Reno yet, I guess we could say. Yeah, he's not. Okay, so 4:28, Paddock was with a suitcase. Nice of them to tell us. They don't know which direction he was going, where he was at with this suitcase. It just tells you he had a suitcase. So, whatever. Paddock interacted with the Ogden concierge while in possession of a suitcase. At 4:47, Paddock exited the Ogden with a suitcase. Now, this is usually about the time he goes to sleep. Early morning hours. I guess you could push it off a little bit till about 6, 7 in the morning. From what's that, about 5 in the morning to about 5 in the morning. Paddock took a ride share to McCarran International Airport. Oh, he flew. They didn't say he flew. Traveled. Okay. All right. He flew. All right. So we're good. Man, I never went back on this day. Shit. I fucking always ignore these fucking days. From 6 to 7:37, Paddock flew to Reno. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, okay. Paddock traveled from Reno to Phoenix. Oh yeah, this is where he bought the shit from. Okay, this is where he bought the shit from Egg. Man, I haven't dealt with these. I haven't dealt with these days in quite some time. Fuck, man. This was Jake Morfonio's territory. I never fucking went back on this stuff. Let's see. Paddock traveled from Reno to Phoenix, Arizona. Paddock purchased ammunition from Douglas Haig and drove back to Las Vegas in a rental car. Why didn't you just drive a car up there? I guess, that is a long drive. He doesn't want to drive that fucking route. He's an old man. So 7 o'clock, he flew to Reno. When did he get to Hague? He got to Hague about noon. So probably went home, got a few hours sleep. Wait, no. Flew from Reno to Phoenix. What the fuck? Dude, this motherfucker's crazy. He didn't sleep this night. Yeah, so he got off at 7:30 in the morning, and he had to get on another plane at 12:40. TSA, shit like that. You got to get there early. I mean, at least an hour and a half early. So he had to be there about 11 o'clock, I would say. So that gives him what? Maybe 3 hours to sleep. That's, yeah, for an old man like that, that's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like that timeline. I just don't like how that fits, but I guess it is what it is. At 15:05 hours, Paddock rented a vehicle and departed for Hague's residence. All right. So took him a half hour to get a vehicle, I guess, from the airport. Sounds about right, I guess. At 16:10, Paddock arrived at Hague's residence. He purchased. So, okay, I want to go back real quick. Paddock was with a suitcase. Paddock interacted with the concierge while in possession of a suitcase. Paddock exited the Ogden with a suitcase. So he took a suitcase with him. All right. Well, I guess put all the crap in that he was about to buy. So probably an empty one. At what's that? 4:10 in the afternoon. So it went from 3:05 to 4:10. Not exactly sure Hague's residence and the area that's in. He purchased approximately 600 rounds, 308 armor-piercing incendiary ammunition from Hague. Yeah, I think there was all kinds of ammunition, man. They were all different. There were like 3 different types, if I remember right. I don't know. I read that stupid the court documents, but I don't remember. Not too big of an issue. From 5 o'clock at night to let's see, 11:30 almost at night. Paddock drove to Las Vegas in the vehicle he rented. Okay, fuck. I'm not sure what part of Arizona Hague lived in offhand. So let's. Google's having a hard time calculating that. Oh no, I lagged out. There we go. That's what happened. All right, trying to sell me plane tickets. Plane tickets. So 4 hours, 33 minutes. Shit. Couldn't just drive. Man, you couldn't just drive to Phoenix. You had to actually. Oh. Homeboy must not like that drive. 302 miles. So 302 miles. Yeah, about 3.5 hours if you're hauling ass. It says here 4 hours and 30 minutes. Yeah, I guess that's a little bit of a drive for an old man, I guess. Yeah, we couldn't just drive. I mean, the amount of time it took him, I guess time's not as much of an issue because it took him from 6 a.m. to getting to Hague's residence at or getting to Phoenix at 2 in the afternoon. Man, that's a long trip. He wasted a lot of time right there, but whatever. I remember Morfonio was going off on that there was a lot of free time that he had here that we don't know what he did. But hour and a half at least. I mean, because he arrived at Hague's residence there, hour and a half later. Uh, well, he got the car at 15:05, so hour. He had an hour. Um, Not sure how long it took him to get to Hague's residence. So yeah, who knows? And then from 1700 to 22:26, Pack drove to Las Vegas in the vehicle he rented. So what is this? This is 5 o'clock at night to about 11:30. 5 o'clock at night to 11:30, huh? So it took him six and a half hours almost to drive there. And from what I'm seeing here, let's go to this. Let's share this just so I have it on here. Let's go to. So I'm looking at here, 4 hours and 33 minutes is the drive time for that at 302 miles. Like I said, this guy, I mean, if he's hauling ass at 115 miles an hour from, Mesquite, yeah, he's probably a fast driver. Yeah, he went. Lag. Sorry about that. Um, yeah, you're right, man. He fucking he wasted a lot of time, man, flying out there. Yeah, he could have drove out there in a shorter amount of time, but maybe he stopped at his place, up there in Reno. You know, we didn't see. I don't think, if I remember right, we didn't see any rifles at the Reno residence. All we saw was handguns and shotguns. So maybe he went and picked up some of his rifles, from Reno. Maybe he had to go to Reno to do that, and maybe that's why we have a little bit of a time delay between him reaching, Reno and then taking the flight to Phoenix. I'm guessing. I mean, I said that's if I had to force myself to figure that out, that's what I would probably say. So 302 miles. It took him 6 hours or some crazy shit. So this guy wasn't adverse to driving long distances, you know. But I guess if you're gonna drive, you know, that distance, I guess he just didn't want to drive for 8 hours that day. I guess that's definitely a possibility on that. I just yeah, it just seems kind of crazy that I don't know. This whole thing seems a little crazy. Um, but yeah, it took him from he drove to Vegas from 5 o'clock in the morning or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I mean, this guy didn't sleep much this day, man. He slept like 3 hours. It's crazy. Um, I guess we'll see if he caught up with his sleep later. But um, so 5 o'clock at night to okay, yeah, I'm good. 5 o'clock at night to 11:30 at night, man. 6.5 hours. 6.5 hours to take that drive. It's completely fucking possible. I mean, you know, Vegas is not that far from me, man. And some of those roads are 2-lane roads. Somebody gets in a wreck, man. It turns out, that short ass drive, it adds hours onto it immediately. It's crazy. So, and then when you hit traffic, this was this is a Monday, so he shouldn't have hit too much traffic. I believe it's a Monday, right? 19th. Oh no, this is Tuesday. Tuesday, I believe. Um, but yeah, that's a fuck 6.5 hours, bro. You fuck, man. Why don't you just drive there in the first place? Why don't you just drive your own car there? I don't know. Maybe. I mean, but then okay, so if he went to Reno to grab rifles, if he actually did that, if he went to Reno to grab rifles, he's actually committing a crime at this point because he's transporting weapons across the state line. Now, I'm not totally sure about crimes, but I believe that is not something you want to be caught doing. Rounds, I think. I can't remember, but I don't think it was thousands. No, it wasn't. I don't think it was thousands, but it was hundreds, and they were expensive, man. He paid a lot of money for those things, um, especially Vegas, Arizona, over dam and whatnot. Um, yeah, that's kind of fucking nutty, you know. So if he actually, if what I'm saying is would be correct, which, like I said, is speculation, and he flew into Reno because he wanted to pick up, more weapons. I mean, maybe he went to Reno to pick up something else. Maybe he went to Reno to pick up cash. I don't fucking know why he had to go to Reno. Um, it just seems kind of weird that Phoenix. I would think there'd be a straight flight to Phoenix as opposed to going up to Reno and then back down to Phoenix. That's kind of crazy. Um, yeah, and then he would have had to fucking take guns on an airplane. That's no. I don't. And then he has to drive those guns back across Arizona to Nevada. That's crazy. I don't think that happened. I really don't think he's that stupid. So if he would have got pulled over with that shit, man, it's game over. Um, yeah, so I don't think that's what happened. Why do you have to go to Reno so bad? Fuck was in Reno, man? Was he picking up laptops or something? Why do you have to go to Reno? Huh? Uh, of course, um, it's well, it's possible that this guy was stingy. Okay, so let's go speculation here. It's possible this guy was stingy as fuck, and he got a free flight to Reno because there is, casinos, of course, in Reno. He got a comp flight to Reno, and it was cheaper to fly from Reno to Phoenix. But why waste all that time? That's insane. That's insane. That's nuts, dude. That is just nuts. That whole thing is just fucking bananas. Um, yeah, that is nuts, man. That's fucking weird. At 22 or 23, 26, Paddock entered the Ogden with a laptop bag and a roller suitcase. He would have been fucking wasted after that drive. After that marathon of a day he just had, he would have been destroyed physically. September 20th, Paddock traveled between Las Vegas and Mesquite. Okay. Um, so 23, 26. So that's 11:30 at night almost. And then at, you know, uh, 12:24 after midnight. So an hour later, Paddock was in the parking garage of the Ogden with a laptop bag and roller suitcase. Paddock moved his Chrysler Pacifica from the fifth floor of the garage to the second floor and parked near the vehicle he rented. All right, so he's got to transport shit from one car to another. At 20, fucking 12:27 after midnight. Paddock transferred his items from the rental vehicle to the Chrysler Pacifica. Yeah, of course. At 12:51, Paddock returned the rental vehicle. Jeez, man, you couldn't wait till the next day. This fucking guy, that's crazy. He returned to the Ogden in a rideshare. Maybe he slept on the plane, dude. Maybe he felt all right sleeping on the plane. Most people can't get much rest on a fucking. Well, no, the plane. No, dude. No. Those plane trips were short, dude. He didn't sleep on those planes. He didn't sleep on the drive back, unless we want to say somebody else was driving the vehicle. That's yeah. Don't want to go there. Damn, he returned a rental vehicle. Returned to the Ogden in a rideshare. Paddock returned the rental vehicle, returned to the Ogden in a rideshare. So it took him what? 20, 20, is that 24 minutes, I think? Calculator's off on my head, but I think it's 24 minutes. It took him to return the rental vehicle and return to the Ogden in a rideshare. That's a short amount of time, but, that could be the time he returned the vehicle, not the time he actually returned to the Ogden. It could have been the time that he was at the vehicle place, I guess. Man, really? I don't know where the rental vehicle place was. I don't know what kind of vehicle he rented, where he rented it from. I have no idea, but man, I guess ride shares only take a couple minutes to get to you at that point. Nowadays, it's like a couple hours, but um, yeah, I agree, man. This guy's on some meth, man. He's got the meth diet going. There's some crazy shit going on here. Um, at 1:16 in the morning, Paddock arrived at the Ogden. About 2 in the morning to 3:15, Paddock traveled from Las Vegas to Mesquite. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking serious? So, so this guy just had a day from fucking hell, and then he travels from Vegas to Mesquite immediately afterwards. Why he didn't want to sleep in the bed at the Ogden? That's crazy. What did this take him? This took him. So it's almost 2 in the morning. So that took him 2 hours and 25, or I'm sorry, 1 hour and 25 minutes. Another drive. And that's at like fucking 2 in the morning, right? That's 2 in the morning. It took him an hour and 20 minutes, man. We got a 48-minute drive, tagged by him later. That's from that same drive. This guy's crazy, dude. That is I'm just gonna go back up here. So what are we at right now as far as his check-ins? No, that's made a reservation. Okay, so September 20th, his reservation was signed. On 21st, his reservation was. Oh no, that's the wrong one. The Ogden. So September 17th through 22nd, Unit 1220 was September 21st through September 23rd, 1703. So right now we have him in 1220. So he's got that through the 23rd. And then we have a day where he didn't have a unit. Oh, man. Lagging out. So we had a day on the basically the 23rd. The night of the 23rd, he didn't have a place to sleep. Because he had, well, no, he had that room. He had that room on the 23rd through September 23rd. So he had a place to sleep the night of the 23rd. So then the 23rd, he had to check out the 24th in the morning, and they reserved a room from September 24th. So okay, so yeah, okay, so there's yeah, he was all right on that. All right, I was wrong about that. And I said my head's a little fucking foggy right now. I'm kind of so he drove from Las Vegas. This guy fucking nuts, dude. Paddock traveled between Mesquite and Las Vegas. Paddock checked into room unit 1220 at the Ogden with a scheduled checkout for September 24th. Paddock checked out of unit 2315 a day early. Yeah, like I said, he had overlap on that, and I'm guessing that's why. Wonder what the plan was for that, though. If there was something more there. Because he did all this on this fucking day. Um, I don't know. From what is that? 8 p.m. to about was that 9:13? Paddock drove from Mesquite to Las Vegas. So now it's only taking him an hour and 13 minutes. So he stayed the day in Mesquite. Man, this man probably slept all damn day, dude. Because we don't have anything from him from 3 in the morning all the way to 8 o'clock at night. Anytime between 9:20 and 10:01, this dude slept for like 2 or 3 days because he rolled like 10 days straight. He slept. My understanding of this guy's sleep habits, as and I do know people like that, but man, you take a drive like that, it's gonna wear you the fuck out. Hey, what's up? What's up? That's gonna wear you out, man. I mean, because this dude, I mean, fuck, hey, man, this dude flew from Reno to Phoenix, um, rented a vehicle. It looks well before that. I mean, this dude wasted 2 days doing this. Kinda. So yeah, he flew to Reno. He only had a couple hours at that point, because like I said, you got to get to the airport early these days, with all the security bullshit. Oh man, are you fucking kidding me? You. So this guy, he flies to Reno, and then like I said, he's got 7:37 was the time he landed, or maybe got out of the airport. Maybe that's camera footage of him leaving the airport. He had time to, I guess, go to his home, which I don't know how far that is and how long that would take from the Reno airport. But he went home. Eventually had to leave his home probably about, I'd say, what, 10:30 in the morning, maybe 11 if he was really pushing things, depending on how far the airport is from his place. And of course he's going to take a ride share most likely, unless there's somebody that drove him that we're not being told about. But he's going to have to take a ride share to the airport. He's going to have to get there about an hour and a half early, I would think, at the minimum. So he would have to get there about 11 o'clock or sometime around 11 o'clock, 11:10, I would say, at the latest. Um, Man, so, that only gives them, 3.5 hours there, right? 3.5 hours to, go to your house. And then, of course, you're going to have to get a ride share from your house eventually, and then get to the airport within that time period. So that 3.5 hours would have had to include that. Or am I tripping? Is my calculator off here? It's 3 hours. Seven. So 7:37, he flew to Reno, and then at 12:40, he flew out. So no, that's actually 5 hours. I'm sorry, it's 5 hours. My calculator's all messed up, man. Like I said, I just woke up, so I'm not all with it right now. So it's 5 hours, right? So it's 5 hours. Um, I guess could have slept a couple hours. If this guy's a 4 hour sleeper, I guess, yeah, I guess that's possible. That's possible. Um, oh, okay, I didn't know that. Okay, well, that's interesting. You have to take a shuttle bus to get to a rental car in Phoenix. Okay. Um, okay, so yeah, you know what? My calculator was a little off. I was a little fucked up there. Uh, that's actually 5 hours. He could have got home, slept for 3, 4 hours maybe, and then jumped in a cab or whatever, ride share or whatever, and then took off the airport. Then he flew to Phoenix. Didn't really stop once he got to Phoenix. Went over to Hague's place, and then drove straight to Vegas. Took a 6 hour drive to Vegas. Oh, you got a point, dude. Time change. I forget, dude. Arizona. Oh man, now you just fucked me up. Damn. Yeah, is this including time change, or is this all Vegas time? they could be running everything off of, if these guys are thorough, which they're really not. The police department here in this report, they would have put the time change. They would put everything, I would think, in Vegas time, their own time. But fuck, who knows, man? That's crazy. I didn't even think about that. That's nuts. That's nuts. If they did, like it said, if they didn't take that into consideration, that's crazy. So anyway, 600 rounds, 308 armed piercing ammunition. Like I say, it took a 6 hour and change fucking drive, and that time's not approximate. That 1700 is not approximate, right? That's just a guess kind of thing. Um, I mean, it's just an estimation, I would think, because that seems a little too, that doesn't seem exact. But the 23:26 seems like an exact time when he got to Vegas. Entered the Ogden with a laptop bag and roller suitcase. And again, man, I mean, where's the footage for this shit? Where's the Ogden footage, man? We don't have the Ogden footage. And supposedly, I thought they didn't have the Ogden footage. I mean, what the fuck? How they know this shit? Um, I think maybe they didn't have the lobby footage. Maybe they actually do have the parking garage footage. Who knows? Let's see. Paddock traveled from between Las Vegas and Mesquite. Man, this is twisting my head all up, dude. It's crazy. Ogden. So then after that, he parking garage, the Ogden with laptop, roller suitcase, moved to the scratch specific of the fifth floor. Transfer the vehicle, transfer the items, return the rental vehicle, return the Ogden in a ride share. Okay. At 1:16 in the morning, Braddock arrived at the Ogden. All right, so Paddock returned. Okay, so that is the time that he returned the rental vehicle. So it took him about 20 some minutes to return the rental vehicle. Then he jumped in a ride share, and at 1:16, he ended up back at the Ogden. So, so that took him about 20. So yeah, things about 20 minutes away apparently. Whatever. From I guess he got the extra insurance, so they didn't have to check it for him. He just dropped it off and left. From 1:50 hours to 1:50 in the morning to 3:15 in the morning, Paddock traveled from Las Vegas to Mesquite. That's crazy. That's where I'm like, dude, man, you just been on a marathon trip around the fucking world, and now all of a sudden you're just gonna jump in a car again. You just drove 6 hours. Just drove 6 hours, and now you're gonna jump in a car again and drive home. What the fuck? December 21st. I mean, that tells me he really didn't give a shit about staying, at the Ogden. Like he didn't stay there. November 5th, 2017 was when the clocks rolled back then. Yeah, but doesn't okay, so Arizona, I don't believe, isn't Arizona the state that doesn't do um, daylight savings? I believe Arizona is that state, if I remember right. I could be completely wrong, but I thought it was Arizona that didn't deal with time change. Yeah, well, that's why I'm going through this, man. I'm just trying to see what's going on with this Ogden stuff. Um, Again, I mean, I'm kind of at this point I've forgotten pretty much everything, so I'm just trying to get through it again and see what I see here. And I've never really fucking dealt with the exact times on this sort of stuff, man. I just didn't do it before. I never really paid this much attention to this. Like I said, I didn't even realize he flew until I had to read it and say, "Oh, okay, he flew. That makes sense." But um, I mean, I knew that, but forgot that was going to be that trip right there. So Paddock traveled between Mesquite and Las Vegas. Checked into Unit 1220 at the Ogden and was scheduled to check out September 24th. Paddock checked out of Unit 23:15 a day. He's early. I think I already got through a little bit of this. Yeah, I didn't. I don't know. I don't remember. I know he went to what's it called, Arizona, but I forgot. It's been so long. I don't think I gave a shit that he went to Reno at the time. This is all like kind of looking at this a little differently these days. So 8 o'clock at night. So we don't have him from 3 o'clock in the morning to 8 o'clock at night. So this motherfucker could have been exhausted. He would have been exhausted, and he could have just sat there and slept all damn day. These are not his normal. Well, it is his normal sleeping hours. He normally goes to sleep about 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, somewhere around there, I believe. And he usually sleeps till about noon. But this time he could have slept for a very, very long time. Or he could have been driving around Mesquite doing all kinds of weird shit that we don't know. Or, you know, he could have done other things, man. He's had a lot of time there. Pack drove from Mesquite to Las Vegas so this trip took him an hour and 13 minutes, and I believe that's kind of just an approximation because that is an exact time that 2,000 hours military time, 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. That's kind of an exact time. So or that's kind of that seems like a general guesstimation in my opinion. The time up top had him taking the same trip in an hour and 25 minutes, so he shaved off quite a bit of time here. He's driving a little bit faster, I guess. Uh, and just for shits and giggles, let's look at let's see. Whoops. Let's look at Las Vegas to Mesquite. All right, finally caught up. Lag issues, man, lag issues. So here we have the trip from Mesquite to Las Vegas. Says about an hour and 11 minutes. That's 81 miles. Honestly, you shave a little bit of time off that. You drive about 80 miles an hour, probably 85, 90 down that street for a lot of the trip. And you can actually look up a. Let me see if I can find this while we're doing this. I said I'm going to go through this really slowly, man. It's going to take me some time. So there was a video. Oops. And there's going to be a lot of dead air. Normally I hate dead air, but you know what? This is the way I got to do it. All right, so here we go. And let's see. Why don't we share the audio on this one just for the hell of it? And let's actually turn on some audio. So this dude's leaving. Yeah, the audio is just gonna be stupid music. Never mind. Kill the audio. So here we got a little bit of a trip from Las Vegas to Mesquite. So we're leaving the city here. You know, if they were using cell phone ping towers and in Mesquite, I'm guessing somewhere along this point we would have left the area of Mesquite as far as that goes. Now the road seems fairly mellow. It's a 4-lane road. 3-lane road actually, and now we're at a 2-lane road. We got some construction. This was February 26, 2017, so this is earlier that year. Um, and so, I'm guessing you could probably get up, you can probably get up to 80, 90 miles an hour. People in Reno actually drive right too, people in Nevada actually. So once we get out of the city here, let me see. Once we get out of the city here, you get a little bit of gets a little bit bumpy. Um, I don't think this is really doing it justice, man. But he had a few spots here where the road was getting a little crazy on him. It's getting a little bumpy. He was hitting some bumps and stuff like that. 115 miles an hour, man. You feel every single one of those bumps, and shit gets a little squirrely. So that would be the route that he took. I'm guessing when he came back. A little bit of that. You can find that online. That's not hard to find. Um, so let's go back to the fit report and see where we're at here. So he drove from Mesquite to Las Vegas. Yeah, and I believe that. I believe that time, man. I think in about an hour he could probably get, pretty far. I think an hour and some change would probably be pretty good. Getting out of that city did not seem that difficult. An hour and 15 minutes. I could see that. I could see that. That's I think that's legit. Um, 80 miles, 83 miles, whatever it is. Um, yeah, I can see that happening. It was an hour and 25 minutes to drive into Mesquite. I believe that was earlier that we saw. Um, you saw a bunch of construction going on there. There's probably always construction going on there. So who knows? Um, Well, I mean, look, 80 is not a big deal. I would think 80 is not a big deal at all. Um, Even 90 to a point, on a lot of those roads, man, I drive usually about 100, which is kind of, where you're going to get pulled over if somebody sees you. But I think 80 is probably pretty good. I think 80 miles an hour would probably be okay. So I drive down regular freeways out here every night, and I've never had a problem. But Toyota 113 pack was in the parking garage of the Ogden with the rolling suitcase and a trash bag. What the fuck, man? And then Paddock entered the lobby 5 minutes later. So, oh, fuck. What are we saying here? Are we saying he brought up another trash bag? Are we saying that he somehow, somewhere along this, without them actually noting it and this evidence that he took the trash bag down? Why is this guy bags? What is this guy doing? What is he putting in trash bags? This guy's got luggage for days, man, but he's putting shit in trash bags. What is this? I mean, the first thing he brought up there was a trash bag. The very first thing. Why is the first thing you bring up into your room a fucking trash bag? I mean, did he keep his clothes in a trash bag? Why did he keep his clothes in a trash bag? If that was the case, I mean, it's the only thing I can imagine going into a trash bag. Oh, fuck. Well, okay, so you're saying, yeah, walking out, getting in the car, all that sort of stuff. Um, yeah, I don't think the garage is that far of a walk, maybe a minute, minute and a half. Um, yeah, I don't think that plays into too much as far as these early times go, because these times are very basic. Um, but yeah, it would have been probably 80 miles an hour. I would think is about what he's driving at these things. Probably a little faster, maybe. 22nd, 24th was life beautiful. Okay, yeah, yeah. I actually looked that up last night. Yeah, fucking life is beautiful. I played a little bit of that earlier. And you weren't in here for it, but I looked up a lot of Life is Beautiful last night, and Life is Beautiful is a younger crowd. It's a lot younger of a crowd. It's basically from the 20s up to the low 30s, I would say, for the majority of the people there. There are very few old people there. And the old people really stick out. So I was watching a lot of videos thinking, well, Paddock is going to stick out like a sore thumb in this crowd if he actually was there, because it's a young crowd. Trash bag because all his suitcases were busy with weapons. Well, maybe, but man, this guy had suitcases for days, dude. It's just a trash bag. That's so weird. That's like Brian Shields would say, it's so weird. But yeah, it was the first thing he brought up. It's the first thing he brought up in the room. And if he ain't staying in these fucking rooms, why are you bringing a bag of clothes? I don't know. Because yeah, he's not really staying in these rooms. Oh, fuck this guy. I mean, I wonder if he's the type of guy that would bring like a bunch of clothes, just these crappy, because he didn't wear, like, it didn't look like he wore high-end shit, right? He's not wearing Gucci and stuff like that. I wonder if he's the type of guy that bring a bag of clothes in there and just fucking throw it in the trash on his way out. And that's why he's using a trash bag, because he just doesn't fucking care. It's like this stuff is going to go in the garbage anyway. I don't know, but let me see. Let me finish out this day, because I'm not going to get to the 22nd. I don't think. I've already been on here for longer than I expected, almost 2 hours. 2118, Patrick in their lobby had an interaction with an employee at the front desk until 2123. So he talked to somebody for about 5 minutes. At 2354, Paddock had a rolling suitcase. Of course, vague, doesn't tell us where he was going with that thing, where he was seen with that thing. It just says he had one. That's, whatever. So this day, let's see, drove them from Mesquite to Vegas, got to Vegas, parking garage, the Ogden with a rolling suitcase and a trash bag. 5 minutes later, entered the lobby, talked to the employee for 5 minutes there. So yeah, I mean, this it took him 5 minutes to get his crap and get himself into the lobby on this one. But we did go through a map of this. The parking garage is right next door. So I don't know what he was doing, finishing out Angry Birds in the fucking car or something. I don't fucking know. 2354, Paddock had a rolling suitcase. And that's game over for that night. Just go real quick. So then we get him at 1231, enter the elevator bank from the parking garage at the Ogden with a black suitcase. See, it's so weird. It's like the way they did this was pretty fucked up, man. It's so vague, man. He had a rolling suitcase, but then we have him entering the elevator bank from the parking garage at the Ogden with a black suitcase. What? Why aren't they saying shit like that earlier? I mean, did he never use the elevator up until this point? That's a little suspect to me. But see, like one thing I was saying earlier that it kind of makes me wonder, I guess, a little bit. So I got to remember this. We're on the 21st, because I'm not going to get to the 22nd right now. When we go to the top of this, the 17th, the first thing he did is he removed a large trash bag from his vehicle. Paddock was observed getting in and out of the elevator with the trash bag, right? So first thing he did, according to this, first thing he did is, 8 o'clock at night. He pulls out a trash bag, brings it in, I guess. Brings it in. Where'd that trash bag come from, man? That's that's suspect, man. And then 7 minutes, or well, not 7 minutes later. That's 9 minutes later. He was in the parking garage with 2 roller bags, right? So getting in and out of the elevator with the trash bag, what does that mean? Does that mean he brought a trash bag up to the room? Then he comes back down for his suitcases. I mean, you couldn't just dump that trash bag on top of the suitcase and drag it all in at one time. You didn't want to do that. It just felt like getting some exercise, I guess. What? Yeah, and then then we have them, at the El Cortez a little bit later, according to this. So yeah, what the fuck? And I know you're mentioning when he went to the El Cortez that he had, True Seeker. You're saying that when he went to El Cortez, he had the interaction with the slot attendant and the security guards was actually an issue where he was creating a little bit of a stink. I mean, I don't know where. I'm not doubting you. I'm just curious where that came from. If you if that came out of one of these PDFs or something like that. We did the trash bag go. Did he take it to the room or did he just put it back in the trunk and grab cases? Yeah, where did that come from? Where you say he's complaining about okay, it's PDF. All right, we'll get to that eventually. I'll get to it eventually. That's not something I ever read. I know that because I would have remembered that one. So Paddock checked in the unit, blah, blah, blah. So it's weird, right? So you're asking if he just took the trash bag out, put it back in his car. No, that's not possible, right? Because Paddock removed a large trash bag from his vehicle. Paddock was observed getting in and out of the elevator with the trash bag. Which elevator? What are we talking about here? Which elevator? Are we talking about? What the fuck, man? Are we talking about the elevator because now we know that the parking garage has elevators, right? Are we talking about the parking garage elevator? Are we talking about the elevator inside the Ogden? Let's see. Let's see if he checks in later. No, it doesn't have him checking in at all. It says he checked in on the overview, but it doesn't say when he checked in as far as the 50 bags up. So it is completely possible that large trash bag was going to be around to actually put the trash out in front of the yard, right? And maybe he just brought his trash from home and threw it in I don't know, dumped in the corner in the Ogden or something. Yeah, where was his elevator? That's suspect, man. We don't have enough information here. If I didn't read that crap at the bottom saying that he exited the parking garage elevator, so apparently they have footage of the parking garage elevator. Is that what we're talking about here? Did he bring his trash from home and then just dump this in one of the trash bins or something like that? Do they have a dumpster there? I don't even know. They just dump in the corner somewhere. I mean, what the fuck's going on there? Let's see. So Paddock was observed getting in and out of an elevator with the trash bag. Okay. Oh my God. This sucks. This totally sucks not having enough information on this, right? I mean, that just bothers me, and it's not even a big deal, dude, when we're talking about the shooting that happened so much later, but this just bugs the shit out of me. Stupid little things like this, right? So he brings a trash bag and they list it as a trash bag, right? So these cops saw it as a trash bag. Yeah, in and out same floor. Yeah, it was so okay. So let's say, just for shits and giggles, this guy brought his garbage from home, from another room. Who knows? Who knows where this trash came from? But this guy has a bag of garbage. So let's say it's just trash. It's actual trash. There's maybe he cleaned out his car. Maybe this was old water bottles, coffee, stuff like that. Food. McDonald's. Who knows? Maybe he keeps trash bags in his car. I know people do that. I used to do that back in the day, um, when I worked long hours. So let's say he just wanted to throw his trash out. But why did he take it in the elevator? I mean, isn't there? Wouldn't there? I don't know. I don't know layout of this place very well. Would there be a trash can, on every floor? Usually there is. Right outside elevators, usually got trash there, a small one. Did he have too much trash to fit into that? Maybe that was full, right? Maybe that was full. He had to go. He jumped in the elevator, went up a floor, and threw it in the trash up a floor. Um, I guess that's possible. Maybe he had too much trash fit into one of those trash cans, so he needed a dumpster. He needed to find out where their dumpster was. But that means that he would have had some sort of knowledge of this hotel beforehand, which is hard to say because when we looked at the searches were basically him looking for high-rise condos. If he knew about the Ogden beforehand, you would think he would have just jumped on the Ogden immediately, um, which causes issues for that. So I don't think he had knowledge. Now maybe he drove in, saw a fucking dumpster on the bottom floor, because I would think it would be on the bottom floor. I don't think you'd be you know uh, forcing people to go up to the fourth floor or whatever the fuck to throw the trash out. But you know, it's all speculation, right? So maybe he saw that dumpster on his way in, thought, "Oh, okay, I can throw my shit out there." I don't fucking know, man. But that's if it's actually trash, which we don't know. He didn't want whatever it was in his personal trash can. People have been known to go through trash for DNA or whatever else. Yeah, but yeah, I guess. I mean, but he didn't realize that they were going to actually go look at this Ogden. Um, the other thing with the whole idea of him like wanting to shoot up the Life is Beautiful festival, and this being premeditated and this being planned out a year ahead of time. Um, when we looked at the searches, to my memory on the searches, it looked like he looked up the Lives Beautiful festival and didn't really have a plan at that point. And I don't remember what the dates were on that. I should probably go look at that, I guess. Let's see. Let's look at the because I think a lot can be found out through. Let's see. This would be the. I want to go into the preliminary, just because it'd be easier to find. It's a shorter report. All right, back. Sorry, every time I try to load something up, man, the this thing lags out. And watch, it didn't even load up. It's gonna lag out again on me. Oh wait, no, there it is. All right, so let's see if we can find the internet searches in this without getting too deep in the trying to get deep in the weeds here. That's the whole point. Um, but I want to find the internet searches. So like I said, I think the internet searches are actually very, very important. Okay, so here we go. Let's go back on the internet searches because while this is in my head, I want to kind of deal with it. Let's see this fit report. Man, I got so many of these reports fucking up right now that it's kind of crazy. All right, here we go. Let's zoom in on this a little bit. All right, so I just want to see the timeline here on how he looked all this stuff up. Boston, don't give a shit about. There's Life is Beautiful, right? So he searched for That's what I thought. See, this is what I was thinking happened, and like I said, I had to see it again to remember it. But um, so he did these searches. What, September 4th for Las Vegas rentals, right? And again, I said this last time. He probably got a bunch of garbage, bunch of trash all over Vegas at this point. Then he went into Las Vegas condo rentals to try and narrow down that search so he could find something that he was looking for, or more of what he was looking for. Probably got a bunch of condos all throughout the Vegas area. Um, so who cares? Then he went into Las Vegas high-rise condos for rent. Figured, well, all the high-rise ones are going to be downtown somewhere, or somewhere on the strip in that area, as opposed to being out in North Las Vegas where you don't want to be renting condos, where a guy like this isn't going to want to be caught. And then he ends up in Las Vegas Ogden for rent. So through the Las Vegas high-rise condos for rent, he probably ran into the Ogden at that point, right? So this guy didn't do a straight search for the Ogden, right? So this was not a plan to shoot up the Life is Beautiful festival at this fucking point. This was not premeditated, I would think. I would say this was not premeditated before 9/4/2017. This was where, if there was a plan for this is where that would have come to fruition right here. So this whole idea of him, planning this out for a year ahead of time, nah, I think that's bullshit. But so September 4th, he does a search. He finds the Ogden through this search, which means he didn't have a whole hell of a lot of information on the Ogden before this happened here. Otherwise, what I would expect to see is not searches performed for Las Vegas rentals, Las Vegas condo rentals, then going to Las Vegas high-rise condos for rent, and then the Las Vegas Ogden. I would just expect to see one search saying Las Vegas Ogden for rent. And that would be it on that line. But that's not the way it worked out. And then on the 5th, he did searches for Life is Beautiful expected attendance, Life is Beautiful single day tickets, and Life is Beautiful Vegas lineup, right? So, my guess is when he looked up the Ogden and the rental on the Ogden, there's probably a banner on that site or wherever he was looking for that thing, whatever came up in that search. There's probably a banner on the site saying, right across the street from Life is Beautiful Festival, whatever. And that's probably where I'm guessing that's where he got that information for the Life is Beautiful. That's how he knew that was happening. I would think. I'm kind of guessing here, but this guy having knowledge before this point that the Life is Beautiful was a thing and that he knew that was going to happen. I don't know. I don't know if I believe that. So, and I don't know if tickets were even available at that point, but probably. That's a huge event, man. They sell way more than the Route 91. So yeah, I mean, the way I'm seeing this is, he went and looked up the Ogden on the 4th, and through that found, maybe the next day brought it back up and decided to pull the pin on staying at the Ogden. And I don't remember what day it was Mary Lou left. I don't, that's another thing I'm going to have to go figure out. All right. Yeah. Thank you. Man, I'm going to have all kind. I'm trying to keep up with, everything. Yeah. DNA. Yeah. I mean, all right. So like, let's see. I don't even know if I talked about that. Maybe he didn't want whatever was in his personal trash can. People have known to go through trash for DNA and whatever else. Oh yeah. But like I said, so instead he throws it in Vegas, man. You couldn't just throw it in the middle of the desert somewhere. I mean, yeah, that's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, I know. I'm going to be reading forever anyway, man. This is a hell of a journey right here. Anyway, so what I see here, man, like I said, I don't see any premeditation of the Life is Beautiful event before 9/4/2017. Again, we're going to go through these again later. So, eventually I'll get to the Mandalay Bay and all that sort of stuff. But for now, since we're on that we're about to hit the Life is Beautiful as far as the timeline. I don't think. I mean, he doesn't know that he's even going to get a room at the Ogden until the 4th right here. So, and then he doesn't even really look at the Life is Beautiful festival until the 5th. So, did he even realize he was going to be able to get a room that was overlooking the Life is Beautiful festival, before this point? Probably not. So, you know, uh, the whole idea that this was premeditated before this moment in time right here, this 9/4/2017, I see as kind of not a possibility, not set in reality. So, anyway, I've rambled enough. Man, went 2 hours. I wasn't planning on going 2 hours on this. Um, so I'm gonna cut that off here. And yeah, thanks for jumping in here. Um, yeah, my chat for some reason is all messed up. Um, yeah, he rented them off of Airbnb, but I don't know if if when he did these searches, that's what came up. The Airbnb or because we don't see anything here saying that he went to did a search for Airbnb or anything like that. We actually don't even have a website that he went to Airbnb. I don't think within this evidence here. Let me look real quick. Yeah, nothing here. That was on 5/18, so that was before. So we're looking at after 9. Las Vegas, Mandalay Bay, Las Vegas, Route 91. Lifeisbeautiful.com, Google.com maps, lifeisbeautiful.com tickets. So see, it looks like he bought tickets to that thing, or at least looked at them. Top Vegas condos, the Ogden downtown Las Vegas condos for rent. Don't know what top Vegas condos. I don't know if they have a link to Airbnb. Maybe they do. Yeah, they may not have. They may not have listed every search, but I mean, they listed a lot of shit. VividSeats.com, all concert, VividSeats.com, Fenway Park, VividSeats.com, 14, yeah, whatever, TSMinteractive.com. What are the most crowded beaches in America? Santa Monica, don't think, fuck, again, Santa Monica, his fucking girlfriend's daughter lived over in that area. He used to live in that area, kind of in the area, not exactly in Santa Monica, but yeah, he used to live in that area. So I don't see anything crazy about that. VividSeats.com, Memorial Day weekend, 2017. Yeah, Grant Park, Ticketmaster, San Diego, Vivid Seats, Las Vegas Condo Experts.com was on 9/4, so that was the same day, just using a different browser. Las Vegas High Rise Tour, the High Rise group. Yeah, I don't know if one of these sites had a link to Airbnb or they or like travel agency kind of sites that book the Airbnb form. I don't know. Yeah, I think it was in Redondo, but I don't know. I'd have to map out a. Was it Marina Del Rey? I believe he was in. But I mean, Santa Monica, fucking Venice is right there next to Santa Monica, to my knowledge. And so, yeah, I mean, the daughter of Mary Lou lives right there. So maybe they're going to visit Mary Lou. I don't, this whole everything about Santa Monica, I don't take seriously. I think that's stupid. That's retarded. He was not planning on shooting up Santa Monica State Beach. I really. You're going to sit there and shoot up that beach and, and then get, then murk yourself in the room. Mary Lou and her daughter. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if, you rented out that stuff or not. I mean, that whole thing's shady, you know. And again, that's why I don't trust a certain person in the community anymore or anything he's ever said or will ever say because, bro, you had a possibility of knowing that person. So I'm sorry, man. And you didn't tell anybody. That's That's some shady behavior. Which I know you're not going to listen to this, so I don't give a fuck about talking about it. Yeah, yeah. So, yeah. So, I mean, well, I don't know if it's a pretty far distance, is it? Oh, man, you're going to get me on a freaking thing here, man. I wanted to get off this thing, but now you're going to make me fact check that. Because I always thought they were like right next to each other. I mean, I've been there, I've been to both of them, but let's see. Yeah, I went into his real estate a little bit also. Yeah, dude. I'll show you some right here, just to kill that topic. All right, so Venice Beach. You got Venice right here. Yeah, it's not far. This is not far at all. I mean, you can pretty much walk from Venice to Santa Monica Pier. Zoom in. What, zoom into Venice? Playa del Rey. Hold on a second. I just want to see down here. We got Playa del Rey, El Porto, Manhattan. There's Manhattan. There's Hermosa. So yeah, Hermosa is a little ways away, but we don't really have anything saying Hermosa here. There's Redondo. Why am I on the screen again? Oh, okay. I'm looking on a delay here. That's why. There's Redondo, right? But what I'm saying then, with Venice is, yeah, Venice and Santa Monica are basically walking distance. I mean, they're right there. They're right next to each other. And Venice is this whole strip. I mean, it's a whole strip in front of the beach right here. Um, you can see the garden. That's where I believe that anchor statue or whatever that is that you see on everybody's thing is. I'm not positive, but I think the skate park is up here along with Muscle Beach and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, because that's the marina. I believe that's where all that's at, because I don't think it's by the pier, because I believe that's Venice Pier right there. But yeah, I think all this is all the crazy stuff where all the madness happens. I know this whole strip has shops and stuff like that, but I think the majority of like the craziness in Venice is north of that grassy area there, if I remember right. It's been a very long time that I've been there. But yeah, and then there's Santa Monica Pier, man. It's right there. You can see it from Venice. I remember being able to see it from Venice. That's why I was thinking I thought. But you had me doubting myself, thinking maybe that wasn't Santa Monica Pier, but no, it's Santa Monica Pier right there. It's not that far, dude. So she's living here somewhere in all this madness somewhere. The daughter of Mary Lou. That's where Mary Lou's gonna stay once you do what you're gonna do. You should probably know that they're gonna freeze everything you own at that point. She's gonna end up somewhere. And her daughter's gonna have to deal with the fallout of what you're about to do right here, right down the street from her place. I mean, was he trying to get revenge on the daughter? I mean, is that what we're saying? I mean, that's the only thing I can imagine with something like this. That's crazy. So yeah, I don't believe. I believe when he was looking at Santa Monica, basically all that was him. Um, just trying to find a place so that he could, either him or Mary Lou could rent a place um, near near the daughter, you know, for vacation purposes or whatever. That's what I've always felt as far as Santa Monica. I always threw Santa Monica out the window when it came to all that sort of stuff. Anyways, yeah, dude, this is like 2 hours and 15 minutes. So I'm going to get off this thing, go find some food and stuff, and have a nice day, everybody. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Um, yeah. Thanks for stopping by. Stay safe out there.